Good evening everyone. I welcome you all on behalf of Federation of Indian Animal Protection Organizations to learn from leaders webinar on resolving human dog conflict. FIAPO is a collective voice of animal rights in India. It is the catalyst that protects the interests of animals on local and national levels through research, education, advocacy, mobilization, training, and direct action. We have 160 member organizations and support of more than 200 organizations and activists in the country. About the webinar, that is Learn from Leaders on Resolving Human Dog Conflict, this is a series of webinars and today we are kickstarting it. Through this, we seek to foster a positive relationship between dogs and people and create a healthy ecosystem where both flourish. We aim to do this through a multi-pronged approach that involves all the stakeholders, the government, animal protection groups, and the community itself. We will be coming up with series of webinars discussing various issues on resolving human-dog conflicts. Today we will talk about how, with the government assistance, can we tackle and resolve human-dog conflict. And to take us through this knowledge trail, we have among us Kamna Pandey, a vegan Reiki master, animal and nature communicator, former member of Animal Welfare Board of India. Kamna, you have undertaken animals rescue after Kedarnath tragedy, started the India United for Animals movement, and played a key role in Save Avni campaign. Very warm welcome to you, Kamna. Thank you for taking out time for addressing this burning issue. And now over to you.
Thank you, Sonali. Thank you. Thanks everyone for joining. Good evening, everyone. And thanks to FIAPO for coming up with this idea of empowering our volunteers, our activists, NGOs, and especially the part that we miss out is how to use the government bodies. So thanks for coming up with this topic. Now,
we're happy to have you.
Thank you. See, what happens basically is that these activists, these animal lovers are facing harassment. They're facing animal cruelty on a day-to-day basis. Help does come later, but at that time, it is you who are present over there. The action that you take decides the kind of help the animal gets. So I have been saying this time and time again, and I cannot emphasize more. You have to know your laws. You must know your laws. You must know the rights of animals. You must know the rights that you have, that our constitution and our laws give. So it is absolutely important to know them. Everything is available on internet today. For paucity of time, we will not be able to discuss in detail, but we will be telling you, we will be naming the acts and rules, and you can Google and you can read up. That is what actually empowers you most. It's best to know all of this before you need it. It always works out best. There are certain people, certain organizations that you should be in touch with if you're an animal lover, if you're an animal activist, or even if you're connected with some NGO, you volunteer with someone. It is necessary for you to know some of these people, be in touch with them, like the local NGOs. You must have numbers of these local NGOs. Speak to them beforehand, tell them what area you work in. You must have at least 2 to 3 vets ka number. Talk to them beforehand. Are they ready to treat street animals? Because a lot of vets do not treat them. So local vet, then local thana. Local thana is extremely important. Visit them, maybe with a mithai ka dabba, and tell them that you work for animals, and take number of someone. There must be somebody who's animal friendly and who will appreciate your work. Take his number. Later, when you face some problem and you give them a call, you get a better reception, as against when you're already facing the problem and you approach them that hamare mohalle mein ye ho gaya, ya neighbor hame pareshan kar rahe hain. The kind of reception you'll get then and the kind of reception you'll get agar aapne pehle se unse baat karke rakhi hui hai is very different. So get in touch with your local thana, your nagar nigam, म्यूनिसिपल बॉडी जो भी है आपकी, उसमें वेटनरी ऑफिसर होता है. He is responsible for taking care of the animals wala part in Nagar Nigam. So please get in touch with him. Just general greeting. Just go and meet him once. Then you also must know numbers of shelters in case there's an accident. Where do you send the dog? You must have number of any helpline or a shelter where you can take the dog to, or a cow also. So these are the people that I think I always advise people that get in touch with them beforehand. Now coming to what you can do when you see something. सबसे पहले सवाल तो ये होता है कि a lot of people see something, it is disturbing for them, but they do not know whether it is covered under some law. Can any legal action be taken against it? What can you do? As a thumb rule, you take this, that any action, any treatment that causes pain or suffering to an animal is a violation of Section 11 PCA Act. PCA Act is Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. This is a very, very, it's a very vast, very wide definition of cruelty. Anything that causes pain or suffering to an animal. So this we will cover under Section 11 PCA Act. This means that if you ever see anything that is upsetting, know that you can take action against it. There are various departments, various bodies that you can approach, and they can help you out with this. We will be telling you which bodies. We will be touching on that topic a little later. Now, there are various rules and acts which you can see on your screen. Pet shop rules 2018. ये आपके जितने breeders, pet shops पे जो cruelty होती है, ये सारा कुछ इसके अंदर cover होता है. Please download it, see and read it. Case, property and maintenance rules. When you confiscate an animal or you seize an animal, what do you do about it? Who pays for it? All of that is covered under this. The transport of animal case, property and maintenance rules. These cover जब हम seize करते हैं animals को या rescue करते हैं abused pets from home. The case, property and maintenance rules apply over there. Transport of animal rules. Now we see animals being transported very badly, all the chickens hanging upside down. This is all is illegal. You can take action on all of it. Motor Vehicle Act, a lot of people don't know that road accidents mein aap FIR file kar sakte hain. Then we have Indian Penal Code, IPC. Section 279. This is for rash driving. Like I said, Motor Vehicle Act and IPC 279 is what we apply in road accidents. 289 IPC, which is negligent conduct to animals when you do not take care of your animals properly. Or in many cases, जहाँ dog fights करवाए जाते हैं, लोगों के ऊपर अटैक करवाया जाता है, but that does not apply. We will take it in detail a little later. इसका misuse भी होता है. 429 is most commonly used. It is for killing, maiming, poisoning, all of this. 429 is applicable. 503 is criminal intimidation. If anybody is harassing you, anybody is stopping you from feeding, आपको धमकी दे रहे हैं, किसी भी RWAs दे रहे हैं, neighbors दे रहे हैं, या anybody who is threatening you, 503 applies. 504 is when they use abusive language, they intentionally hurt you, insult you, that is 504. 506 is जहाँ पर वो आपको जान की धमकी देते हैं कि मैं इसको भी मार दूंगा, आपको भी मार दूंगा, बाद में देख लूंगा, all of that is 506. Apart from this, we have slaughterhouse rules. ये जो shops पे इधर उधर काटते हैं, hence आपका कोई भी mini zoo होगा जहाँ पर वो टिकट लेके करते हैं, बहुत सारी चीजें कवर होती हैं. Please go through this performing animal rules also. Very, very important in context of dogs is Animal Birth Control Dogs Rules 2001. Now, there is a notification 929 under this rule, which we use extensively, especially in cases of relocation, because notification 929 tells you that a dog cannot be relocated from its place, from its locality. The only reason when a dog can be removed from his place is जब उसके इलाज के लिए for treatment or for sterilization surgery. Other than this, a dog cannot be removed. And in both these cases, the dog has to be brought back and released in the same place where he was picked up from. So locality or territory of a dog cannot be changed. And this includes even government bodies. No government body or private organization, your security agency or privately employed people, janitors and all, nobody is allowed to relocate dogs. And that is 929 notification 929 mein. It's given very nicely. The method to catch dogs, brutality, cruelty ke saath, we see a lot of videos of Nagar Nigam people also catching dogs cruelly. That is not allowed. Specific तरीके mentioned है उसमें, sackaloop method, net use करके इन लोगों को पकड़ना है. Those old rods से नहीं पकड़ सकते हैं. Then we have Cow Slaughter Act. ये states के आपके अलग-अलग होंगे. Wildlife Protection Act 1972 and Cattle Premises Rules 1978. So please go through, download, and please go through these rules. They're very important. Only when you know your laws can you save animals, can you do so much for them.
So Kamna, tell me about, sometimes it happens that neighbors and RWAs, they oppose that you cannot keep and you cannot keep or look after the dogs, or you cannot feed dogs over here, or you cannot use the parks and the lifts. So what about that?
No. Our constitution, Article 21 AGNH, इसमें एक जैसे हमारी फंडामेंटल अधिकार होते हैं, वैसे ही हमारी फंडामेंटल ड्यूटीज भी होती हैं. उसमें आर्टिकल 21 AG places a duty upon us to take care of the living, to have compassion and take care of the living creatures around us. This is how your constitution empowers you. You have laws which say a dog, you are free to, nobody can impose laws in contravention of law of the land. And RWA, जैसे 4-5 people sit together and they cannot decide कि चलो हम पांचों agreement में हैं, let us go and murder this person. They cannot do that because murdering a person is against law. Similarly, RWA is saying that you cannot keep a pet. You have to remove your pet. We will not give you a house if you have a pet, or you have a pet, you cannot use lifts. They can't do that. In fact, in Bombay, person approached the consumer court, and the court said actually that pets are like your family members. जो facility जिसके लिए आप maintenance देते हैं, जो facilities आपके लिए हैं, वही facilities आपके dog use कर सकते हैं. So no.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kamna. I have another question, and that is a very basic question which many people have asked. So if a street dog has been killed by someone, or a crime has been inflicted on him, and so as we all know that street dogs do not have an owner, so can we still go and file a complaint? And also, like, sometimes we don't know who is the culprit. So how about it? How to, approach the authorities?
Okay, excellent question, Sonali, because this is actually something that बहुत लोगों के मन में doubt होता है कि ये तो सड़क वाला है, मेरा अपना personal नहीं है. And in fact, this question comes from police also sometimes, because they are also not very well aware of the laws. As I told you, जो cruelty की definition है PC Act में, that applies, that is applicable on all animals. जो पेट डॉग के लिए अलग है, वहां पर पेट डॉग मेंशन्ड है, जो आईपीसी का पेट स्टील करने का है. बट जो क्रूअल्टी की डेफिनेशन है, दैट इज on all animals. IPC 429 also mentions in the end, ya anya koi janwar, all animals. So whether it is a street dog or it is your pet dog or any other animal, it applies on all animals. So you can file an FIR as a concerned citizen against, if you know the perpetrator, you must name him. It's always better to name the perpetrator. But if you do not know, अज्ञात के खिलाफ या unidentified person or persons के खिलाफ, you can file FIR. Okay, one more point. FIR सिर्फ थाने में register होती है, चौकी में नहीं register होती है. So please approach your thana for registering FIR. And once you give your complaint, they have to register it. Lalita Kumari versus State of UP का Supreme Court का judgment है, जिसमें it is binding on the police to file your FIR. अगर उनको लगता है कि इसमें कोई दम नहीं है तो वो FIR लगा देंगे, मतलब फाइनल रिपोर्ट लगा देंगे. अगर उनको तथ्य मिलता है तो चार्जशीट लगाएंगे, बट FIR उन्हें फाइल करनी ही करनी है. If they don't file your FIR, you'll always have someone to go and approach उसके ऊपर. So what is human-dog conflict? Whenever there is a problem and it involves a human and a dog, it is a human-dog conflict, to put it very squarely. So we humans and animals are actually made, and we are supposed to exist harmoniously. There is a symbiotic relationship we have. Dogs are essential for us in our environment because we developed as such. जो किन countries में नहीं है dogs, उनका development भी उसी हिसाब से हुआ है. Whenever evolution happens, it always happens according to your own equation. Our equation essentially includes dogs. So the harmonious coexistence, whenever it is interrupted due to any reason, and you can see the common human-dog conflicts are relocation of dogs. आपके यहाँ से dogs को हटा देना चाहते हैं लोग या हटा देते हैं लोग. Abandoning of dogs. लोग अपने dogs को छोड़ देते हैं, abandon कर देते हैं, या आपको dogs, abandoned dogs मिलते हैं. These are all human-dog conflicts. Then killing, injuring, maiming of dog, beating up, cruelty on dogs by your neighbors, by individuals. Abusing pets at home and not keeping them well. Dogs for entertainment, making videos. This is one of the most common things that all of us must be witnessing. Videos ke liye, viral videos ke liye, a lot of dogs are tortured, a lot of animals are tortured. So that's another conflict zone. Refusing pets to use parks and lifts. As I told, this point we've already discussed, that parks and lifts को use करने का पूरा अधिकार है आपके pets को. Then common reasons that lead to this human-dog conflict is when they say that a particular dog is biting. In 99% of the cases, it's a lie. No dog is actually barking. As soon as they start chasing, they start saying कि dog bite कर रहा है. So you can always turn around and ask them to show the bite wound or show the prescription. वो doctor के पास गए होंगे, show the prescription. ये dog bites की वजह से इसकी आड़ में, in the garb of it, dogs are relocated, dogs are harmed, dogs are injured and killed. So this is a reason leading to that human-dog conflict. Fear of rabies. Rabies is very overrated and largely misunderstood. And unfortunately, a lot of vets also give wrong advices as far as rabies is concerned. So rabies is another reason why human-dog conflict happens. People feel कि कुत्ता अगर गुर्रा भी रहा है तो वो पागल हो गया है. So that you'll have to explain it to them कि ऐसा नहीं होता है. Nobody can just look at a dog and tell that ये पागल हो गया. Even a vet cannot tell. They can guess. They can according to symptoms, they can assume कि ऐसा हो सकता है, but decisively they can only tell after ब्रेन का टेस्टिंग होता है लैब में, उसमें जब निकल के आता है रेबीज, ओनली देन कैन यू फाइंड आउट. सो बिफोर दैट प्लीज डू नॉट अलाउ एनीबडी टू से कि ये रैबिड डॉग है. They need to say it's a suspected rabid dog. So please understand this कि rabies का बहुत बड़ा fear है, जिसकी वजह से dogs बहुत ज़्यादा conflict झेलते हैं. And a lot of this is spanned by media, who's again totally ill-informed. They do not know about rabies. Foam निकलता है मुंह से तो they say ये पागल हो गया है. Foam froth नहीं निकलता है मुंह से, just saliva drip होता है जब actually rabid होता है. Foaming and frothing का मतलब होता है उसने कुछ जहरीला खा लिया है. So the treatment line is completely different. You don't need to beat him. You actually need to take him to a vet. Then dogs chasing vehicles is another thing which is very, very common. We probably would be having someone asking this question for sure, so we'll address it then. Next is harassment of animal feeders and caregivers. They are supposed to be the heroes. They're supposed to be, in fact, there's a judgment of Kamini Rao दिल्ली में, जिन्होंने ये बोला था अपने जजमेंट में कि जो लोग टेक केयर करते हैं जानवरों की, डॉग्स को खाना खिलाते हैं, they are actually doing a service to the society and they should be recognized as such. So please do know that harassment and stopping you from feeding is something again that you can take care of with the help of laws. Lack of shelters, yes, that's another reason of human-dog conflict, because when animals are diseased, that is when aapke sar dard hota hai, you get very irritable. You don't feel like talking to anyone. If someone comes, you might snap. That's exactly what happens with animals also. If they are suffering, they are having pain, they are sick, they need to be treated. And the way they probably might just be snapping is because they are themselves in need of attention and medical care, not because there's something wrong with them per se. Overspeeding vehicles, that's another thing which leads you to those cases where you have to rush to hospital, or you need to intervene in these situations. So next slide, please. Okay, so having covered all this, once you've read these laws, once you have understood, internalized aapke rights, animals ke rights, you are equipped to take action in most cases. But these are individual cases. अगर आप इससे ज़्यादा, if you want to do good for animals beyond your lane or beyond the cases that come right before your eyes, that happen right before your eyes, then you need to make use of the government bodies. There are government departments specifically for taking care of different aspects of animal welfare. We must get in touch with them. A whole lot of things that you see people doing and you applaud them on Facebook, you cheer for them, they are not trained or they are not coming from any other planet. The only difference between an animal lover and an animal activist who would actually go ahead with this is that they make use of these departments. They approach these departments up, for example, लॉकडाउन का पीरियड था, अभी सारे जानवर भूखे थे, dogs were hungry. If you're just an animal lover, you will feed all the animals of your lane, or maybe move out a little bit and feed more animals. But if you're an animal activist and you want to take care of the entire city, you will approach the DM, you will approach the municipal authorities. So अगर आपको overall अपनी city की situation और picture change करनी है, you must use these departments. We'll briefly touch upon them because again, there will be a separate webinar to discuss in detail. Now, your state government and animal welfare. These departments, the most important department is your municipal body, जो local body होती है आपकी, which is your if you're in a city, then it is Nagar Nigam. अगर रूरल एरिया में हैं आप तो इट विल बी ग्राम पंचायत, जिला परिषद, इनसे आप अप्रोच करेंगे. नगर निगम में you have the veterinary officer who takes care of the Department of Animals. He's actually in charge of the animal department. So approach him. Whatever problem you have, illegal catching हो रही है dogs की, नगर निगम भी कहीं कहीं catch करता है illegal. आप अपने veterinary officer को approach करें. You must have his number. You must be in touch with him. He must know your name because you have called him up. Even if you just call him up to wish, Diwali greetings or New Year greetings, but do stay in touch with your veterinary officer. Your CVO, your chief veterinary officer, you must stay in touch with him also. Another, not a department, but another person who is very useful is your local parshad. You must be in touch with your local parshad also. So your local body, which is your Nagar Nigam, then your Nagar Nigam is responsible for running shelters, aiding shelters, whatever they lack to try and provide for it, in running animal birth control programs, in making speed breakers if you require speed breakers. अगर बहुत speeding zone है जहाँ पर बहुत regularly dogs मर जाते हैं, accident होता है, so वहाँ पर speed breakers बनवाए जा सकते हैं. उसके लिए भी आपको नगर निगम को approach करना पड़ेगा. So these are certain things that you can approach your municipality for. Then you have Animal Husbandry Department. Now, Animal Husbandry Department, your Urban Development Department, and your municipal corporation, they work very closely with each other. In fact, there is an overlapping also. A lot of times, that is what I always tell, कि अगर आपका municipal corporation आपकी नहीं सुन रहा है, including the Nagar Ayukt, अगर वो भी आपकी नहीं सुन रहे हैं, and you have a genuine case, then you can approach both these departments, because municipal corporation in दोनों के ही under में आता है. So wherever you find a friendly ear, sympathetic ear, you can go with it. But अगर आपके municipal corporation नहीं सुन रहा है, तो that is not the end of the story. There are departments you can approach beyond them. जैसे sometimes I receive cases जहाँ पर because of some recent development or case, Nagar Nigam has started catching dogs illegally, and illegally because they're not taking them for sterilization. For any other purpose other than sterilization and treatment, if you're catching dogs, that is illegal. So a lot of times these departments are doing it themselves, and even the Nagar Ayukt is not ready to listen to you. And you don't know what to do after that, because he's the head of the department. So in that case, please approach your Animal Husbandry Department and Urban Development Department. Right from, you have their directors, joint directors, you have principal secretary. You can take appointment. We'll come to it, how to do that, but you can approach them. So then the Animal Husbandry Department is actually, it is the expert for health and welfare of domestic and street animals. Fund allotment is done by Animal Husbandry. Your local municipal corporation also has funds specifically for demarcated for animal welfare. Your anti-rabies vaccines, vaccine drives, you can approach Animal Husbandry Department for all of this. Then you have your Urban Development Department. Now, Urban Development Department, as we know, it is responsible for planning, for township, for civic management in your urban areas. If you want speed breakers, if you want space, if they're coming up with a new, like we did it in Lucknow, we approached them and we asked them if they can ask the new colonies when they come for application to them, if you can inform them that the dogs who are staying there should not be relocated, because they can't be relocated. That is one little step for them, and it solves so many problems for you for future. You don't have to run around for that. So that is Urban Development Department. Then Panchayati Raj is for rural areas. Exactly जो same चीजें नगर निगम शहर में करता है, that is what Panchayati Raj department does in rural areas. Your health department will issue guidelines on zoonotic diseases, mean जो diseases जानवरों से इंसान तक आते हैं, from animal to human. Those are called zoonotic diseases. Education department, this is the most underrated department, as in we do not use education department, but I cannot emphasize more on how productive and how fruitful it would be if the organizations and NGOs can approach education department and take permission to run a program for the schools. Like in Lucknow, we have covered every single school in Lucknow few times over. So you go to them, prepare a PPT, you'll find PPTs, you can ask on social media, you will get. If you have no material with you, even then you can just run a movie, an animal friendly movie. Basically the idea is to kindle compassion and empathy in children. Children are the ones who can go back home and they can bring a change in their family. Sometimes the elders are actually intransigent. They're not open to new ideas. If they are not comfortable with animals or they don't have compassion for animals, it's difficult to penetrate. But when it comes to their children, when they come home, I have seen n number of families who have changed completely because the child is compassionate. So reach out to children. They don't have preset notions. It's easier to penetrate in their minds and engender compassion in them. So these are the departments. Use these departments and you'll see that you will be able to make so much of a difference for animals in your city. These departments actually, they are responsible for forming policies, or if there is an existing flawed policy, something that is irksome for animals, then you can approach them for changing policies. Like your animal husbandry department, your urban development department, these are all responsible for policy making. Now, coming to district administration, your DM, आपके शहर का जो DM होता है, he is the head of the district, and by virtue of his chair, he is also head of Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, SPCA. SPCA body is a very powerful body in your, it has certain powers of police also. They can enter homes if they need to rescue an animal. They're authorized to. They're authorized to confiscate animals. So SPCA, जो भी आपके शहर में SPCA body होगी, एक तो please get in touch with the members. You must have the numbers. That's again one of the questions when they ask, what can we do अगर वो नहीं file कर रहे हैं complaint? One of the things you can do is to involve an SPCA member or involve the DM, because he's the head of the SPCA society. So DM is therefore responsible because of being a head of the SPCA. He's responsible for their well-being. So anything, even if it is not directly coming under the DM, like law and order is not a DM issue. DM के under में नहीं आता है law and order. But still, if there is a problem regarding animals, you will approach the DM and he will help you out because he's SPCA head. And he will call up the relevant department, and DM is a very powerful position. He will be able to arrange help for you. DM will also, if you want to do any protest, if you want to have a gathering or an awareness campaign, DM office is the one that will give you permission for that. Then he also has funds, and he can allocate funds for establishment of animal shelters. And also under case, property and maintenance rules, you'll read that the DM will also provide for a lot many other things. So that is the role of your DM. It's good if you can be in touch with the PRO or the DM. Go and meet him once. Now coming to your municipal corporation. Municipal corporation in urban areas, same thing as Gram Panchayat in rural areas. They are the forefront, the face of animal welfare in the city. Face of animal welfare from the side of the government. Directly, they are responsible for cleaning up, for taking care of the dead bodies of animals. Incinerator hona chahiye. Incinerator ke liye, again, you have to approach the municipal corporation. Incinerator is the electric shavdah greh of animals. वो जरूरी है. It's mandatory. Every district must have it. So if your city doesn't have it, please approach your municipal corporation. If they are not obliging, approach the DM. They must have an incinerator. आपके municipal corporation के जो head होते हैं, that is the mayor. आपके city के जो mayor होंगे, वो इसके head होते हैं. Your Nagar Ayukt, otherwise, is the department head. Then they are involved in running, helping, aiding shelters, as I told. Also the ABC program. They are supposed to pay part of it in, there's a judgment of Allahabad High Court, Manoj Kumar versus State of UP. उसमें ये जज ने बोला है बहुत क्लियरली दैट आपके जो शेल्टर्स होते हैं जो एबीसी प्रोग्राम रन करते हैं, इसका हाफ पार्ट आपके नगर निगम को देना है. सो अगर इफ यू आर रनिंग एन एबीसी प्रोग्राम एंड इफ योर नगर निगम इज नॉट गिविंग यू एनीथिंग, प्लीज make use of this judgment. They are bound to do that. So they help in running and aiding animal shelters. They allot funds for animal shelters. They have kanji houses. Kanji houses में cows रखे जाते हैं. Kanji houses are always in a very pathetic condition. You must visit your own ward ka kanji house and other kanji houses, and whatever irregularities you find, you must go and visit the Nagar Ayukt or veterinary officer and bring it to their notice and get it changed. Changes don't come till you don't do it. So no point blaming the government if you have not visited their offices and not tried to make that change. Then the municipal corporation also time to time has to run and help in anti-rabies vaccine and awareness drives. It is responsible for managing stray cattle, responsible for kanji houses, and provides animal ambulance. ये animal ambulance के लिए आप DM को भी approach कर सकते हैं and municipal corporation को भी approach कर सकते हैं. They are supposed to give you. If there is no animal ambulance in your city, then Nagar Nigam always has a few vehicles for animals. You must ask them to provide you with those vehicles for transportation of injured or diseased animals to shelter homes and back. So that's the role of your municipal corporation. And the next is police department. Human dog conflict mein police department plays a very, very major role. Now I'll be able to answer that question as well. सबसे पहली चीज कि once you know your laws, you will know कि ऐसा होना चाहिए, पर ये करवाने के लिए enforcement agency is your police department. और अगर वो follow नहीं हो रहा है तो उसकी complaint भी police department में होगी. कोई भी situation आती है, I've already told you कि animal cruelty की definition includes a lot of very vast line of cases. अगर आपका कोई भी मैटर होता है, immediately आपको on spot help चाहिए, you must dial 112. 112 को डायल करेंगे आप तो within 5 minutes 10 minutes आपके पास help पहुंच जाती है. Do not, they look like police, but this is a separate department, separate functioning. They're not authorized to file FIRs. So if you have written something and you've handed over to the PCR van जो आए थे, that is not registering FIR. या उनको आपने verbally बता दिया है और आपको लगता है कि अगली बार भी same लोग आएंगे, they will know the case history. ऐसा नहीं होगा, because they keep changing. They are just for SOS help, immediate SOS help. But they play a very important role because there is an ATR, action taken report, which they file. That action taken report can be used legally for cases. Even in your complaint, when you're filing an FIR, you can mention the case sankhya. केस संख्या का एक आपको मैसेज आएगा. एज सून एज यू विल कॉल 112 आपको मैसेज आएगा एंड केस संख्या मेंशन करके आप एफआईआर जब फाइल करते हैं उसमें मेंशन कर दें. तो एटीआर अगेन कैन बी यूज्ड लीगली. नाउ थाना, आई टोल्ड you must visit your thana and you must get in touch with them. Reception is very, very different. Trust me, we do it all the time over here and it always works. It always works. आपका अगर SHO नहीं सुन रहा है, SI नहीं सुन रहा है, TI कहीं कहते हैं, कहीं SI कहते हैं, आपका अगर वो नहीं सुन रहा है आपकी बात, आपकी कंप्लेन नहीं ले रहा है या ले ली है कंप्लेन बट FIR में नहीं कन्वर्ट कर रहा है, उसके ऊपर एक SHO होता है, थाना प्रभारी. आप उनको अप्रोच करें, आप उनको बताएं. सपोजिंग वो भी नहीं सुनते हैं, उसके ऊपर एक सर्कल ऑफिसर होता है, आप सर्कल ऑफिसर को अप्रोच करें. In the eventuality of he also not being sympathetic towards the case, you approach the DCP. DCP भी आपकी नहीं सुनते हैं, तो there is SP and then SSP and then IG and then DGP. Various levels. But उतना ऊपर जाने की जरूरत नहीं होती है. I can assure you, अगर आप 4 लोगों से मिले हैं, as in आपके SI ने नहीं सुना, आपके SHO ने नहीं सुना, CO ने नहीं सुना, आप DCP के पास तक जाते हैं या SSP के पास तक जाते हैं, यहाँ तक आपकी डेफिनेटली आपकी बात सुनी जाएगी. बिकॉज एज यू इन आवर एक्सपीरियंस वी हैव सीन कि जितना हायर पोस्ट पे होते हैं, दे आर मोर अवेयर ऑफ लॉज एंड दे आर मोर कॉन्फिडेंट ऑफ एनफोर्सिंग लॉज. लोअर रैंक्स में दे आर नॉट वेरी श्योर कि कुत्ते के लिए कुछ कर भी सकते हैं कि नहीं कर सकते. दे देमसेल्व्स नॉट अवेयर ऑफ लॉज. इनफैक्ट यू मस्ट अप्रोच द पुलिस डिपार्टमेंट ऑल्सो. Go and approach them to undertake training for animal laws, which is again something जिसका circular central government home ministry जारी कर चुकी है कि animal laws के ऊपर workshops time to time police department को करनी चाहिए. Police department is the one, अच्छा, they will try their level best कि FIR file ना करनी पड़े and settlement करवा दें. I would advise not to do that because settlement, ये off record settlement जो होता है, ये बहुत short lived होता है. 1-2 महीने शांति रहेगी maximum, and then when it will happen again and you approach and let us say this time वो FIR कर भी लेते हैं, but you will not be able to prove that this is a repeat offense. अगर आपने पहली बार भी FIR कराई है, भले ही उस पर कोई एक्शन ना ले, इवन अगर आपने कंप्लेन लेटर दिया है, तो आप नेक्स्ट FIR में उसको मार्क कर सकते हैं कि इस डेट को हमने इसके पहले भी ये करी थी, सेम ऑफेंस के लिए दे आर रिपीटिंग इट. रिपीट ऑफेंस बिकम्स अ वेरी सीरियस मैटर. रिपीट ऑफेंस में गिरफ्तारी भी करी जा सकती है. एज वी नो 7 years से कम में गिरफ्तारी नहीं करते, बट रिपीट ऑफेंस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो डू फाइल एन FIR. Dog killings, cruelty, killing hoti hai, to please get a postmortem done of the dog. So police can arrest, intervene in cruelty matters, human-dog conflict, and they can work to your favor because the laws are in your favor. The next slide, please. And one more thing, very important, please try not to confront people without police presence. Counter cases can be filed. trespassing can be done. So please have the police, please use police department for your help. I know they are not always very helpful, very forthcoming, but they eventually will turn around when you're persistent. Now, how to reach out to these authorities? You might think कि ये लोग मुझे जानते नहीं है, मैं बहुत बड़ा कोई बड़ा नाम नहीं हूँ, मुझे क्यों entertain करेंगे? Please do not think like that, because these authorities are very approachable. You have to identify which department you have to approach according to your case. Once you decide, they all have a public meeting time, usually the morning time. Call up, they all have their numbers, they all have their emails. You can Google, you will get everything. It's all on your fingertips. Get it, call up, take an appointment. Even if they are not giving an appointment, you can just go public meeting time mein and wait out and meet. They will have to meet you. Nobody can deny meeting you. It might happen on the first day. You might have to go once more, but they will meet you. So emails, phone calls, and in-person meeting. And always take whatever you want to talk, uska ek representation written में जरूर लेके जाएं. एक कॉपी अपने लिए रखें और एक कॉपी आप उनको हैंड ओवर करें. जो कॉपी आप अपने लिए रखें, उसमें एक रिसीविंग ले लें डिपार्टमेंट से. जैसे आप जिस भी पर्सन से मिलने जाएंगे, उनके ऑफिस के बाहर कोई पीआरओ या कोई असिस्टेंट होगा, आप उनसे इसकी रिसीविंग ले लें, ताकि आपके पास प्रूफ रहे दैट आपने ये रिप्रेजेंटेशन उनको दिया है. And then follow up based on the discussions of the meeting.
So Kamna, now based on the responses that we have received from the people, okay, who have reached out to us, we have selected a few questions. So out of those many questions that we have received, these are the selected ones on which I think that you can give your expert advice. What to do when a mob plans to kill a dog who has allegedly bitten someone?
If you get to know that your neighbors or RWA is planning to poison, kill dogs of your lanes or your apartment or whatever, what can you do? First thing, you must inform the local police thana in written. When you give them in writing, go and give it to them in writing. Say these people are planning this, and in laws ke tehet ye aparadh hai, because it's not necessary they will know that it is an aparadh. So tell them that IPC 429 ke tehet dogs ko marna aparadh hai, and these people are planning. Get back 2 constables with you. Wo constables ko le jaake talk to those people. Do not go alone. There will be a fight. When the police comes, and if you're fortunate to get someone senior, that's even better. When they tell them that this is illegal and unlawful, you cannot do this, you've done 2 things. One, the police knows it's gone and met, so it knows कि ये चीज की संभावना है. अगर God forbid कुछ होता है, it will become very difficult for them. Second thing, these people, the perpetrators, also now know that police की जानकारी में ये आ गया है. So बहुत सारे cases में तो this itself is good enough. Let us say अगर इसके बाद भी नहीं खत्म होता है and एक situation आती है जहां पर mob इकट्ठा हो गया है to beat them up and the dogs are right there, then again, like I told, 112 को आप call करिए, वो action taken report देंगे, उसके basis पे आप FIR file करें. In case जहां पर mob इकट्ठा हो रहा है, it is not advisable to confront them. Confront them as in अपने 1-2 दोस्तों को बुला लिया, या it's not advisable. जब ज्यादा लोग होते हैं तो ज्यादा चीजें heated up हो जाती हैं. Never confront them without police. You can go and start talking, but only after you make a call to 112. Don't go otherwise.
Also, like a very important question, what to do, why can't municipal corporation relocate or kill dogs? And how is it that municipal corporations are illegally relocating, or not municipal corporations,
but there are many organizations who are doing it, and not illegally, but they are not able to keep a track, and they are, mistakenly relocating the dogs, leading up to relocation of those dogs. So how can we approach this issue with the help of the government?
Okay, so like I told, that notification 929 is the document that you will need. Notification 929 forbids any kind of relocation other than for the purpose, picking up of dogs for the purpose of sterilization or treatment. Relocation का तो कोई सवाल ही नहीं होता है. Nobody is allowed to change territory of a dog. That is just not allowed, neither for an individual, nor for security guards, nor for municipal corporation. अगर म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन इलीगली रिलोकेट कर रहा है डॉग्स को, तो प्लीज अप्रोच, सी वेदर द नगर आयुक्त इवन नोज अबाउट इट, बिकॉज अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स द वेटनरी ऑफिसर अपने लेवल पे ही कर देता है. अप्रोच द नगर आयुक्त इफ ही इज ऑल्सो in cahoots with the veterinary officer in doing this. Approach the urban development department or animal husbandry department. Write to AWBI. AWBI की website भी है, AWBI की email ID भी है. आप AWBI को लिखिए. Menaka ma'am is there. Menaka ma'am को आप email लिख सकते हैं. That will be another support. Get in touch with your local SPCA. Again, approach your DM. It's the same thing. These are the same people you'll be using over and over again for different cases. But what you have to know is that just because Nagar Nigam is doing, it is not legal. Government body bhi galat kaam karti hai, and you can stop it, and we routinely stop it all the time.
Kamna, hello. Kamna, since we are running really short of time, let's take up a few questions from the participants.
Yes, please.
Anybody who would like to raise a question?
In between, can we please know that what to do when dog chases a vehicle?
Okay. Yeah, it's a very popular question. Yeah, see, dogs chasing a vehicle is, we have to first understand कि ऐसा होता क्यों है. Only then we'll be able to address the issue. You would see that, you'll agree, dog chasing रात के समय होती है. It happens at night time. All dogs don't chase. It's a pocket. It's an area जहाँ के dogs chase करते हैं. Also, it is not a particular dog का problem, because वो dog मर भी जाएगा तो भी और dogs उस particular pocket में, वो जो छोटा सा stretch होगा, वो उस pocket में वो जरूर chase करेंगे even after the dog dies. What can be done? We have to only break this three चीजों का combination. Night, we have no control over. Speed, yes, we have control over speed. We can approach the authorities, like I told you, municipal corporation को आप approach करके high accident zone बता के, accident prone zone बताकर, वहां पर आप speed breakers लगवा सकते हैं. There are certain people they chase. Sometimes specific लोगों को chase करते हैं कि फलाने अंकल जाते हैं, उनको जरूर से दौड़ाते हैं, वो बेचारे गिर जाते हैं, and then dog human conflict. Please ask them to carry a packet of biscuits. Just trial basis पे आप 5 दिन करके देखिए, 1 हफ्ता करके देखिए. आप खुद ही खरीद के उनको दे दीजिए 5 पैकेट 10 पैकेट, और उनसे कहिए आप अपने पास रखिए. जब ये चेस करते हैं, आप रोक लीजिए गाड़ी और बस ये सड़क पर मतलब आप साइड में डाल दीजिए ये, and move on. And as he does it, that particular vehicle जिससे उनको grudge है, as he does this for 5-6 days, 1 week, they will stop looking at that vehicle as a threat and instead welcome it. Even when he stops giving those biscuits, they will still discontinue the mistrust and threat from that vehicle. So they'll not chase.
Thank you so much, Kamna. Thank you so much for this. Any other participant who would like to raise a question? It can be our last question, since we are really running really short of time.
One quick question, please.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is just a quick question. As I was just saying that if the case is intentional,
if the dog has been killed intentionally, and if this killer has accepted that yes, I have killed the dog, but the postmortem is not done, then the FIR can be filed under which sections? Just a clear picture of a section is needed. What sections can
See,
we file
if a dog
FIR?
has, see, if a dog has been killed, if a dog has been killed and you have certain evidence, eyewitness भी है आपके पास, और आपका बॉडी है आपके पास, फोटोग्राफ्स, यूजुअली सब में फोटोग्राफ्स तो एटलीस्ट होते हैं, आप FIR फाइल कर सकते हो अंडर सेक्शन 429 एंड सेक्शन 11 PC एक्ट. एंड ऑब्वियसली इंटिमिडेशन या वो सारे सेक्शंस आप ऐड कर सकते हो. सी again we'll be delving into law too much, but yes, you can file.
Postmortem, it's not necessary. If it's not done, then
it is necessary. It is necessary, but if it is not done, you can still go ahead with it.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, Sonali.
Kamna, there is one more question which has come from the participants only. That question is what to do when a mob is planning to, kill the dogs or the dog who has bitten a dog bite victim, who has bitten a person. What action needs to be taken?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter कि dog ने क्या किया है. आप dog को मारना Indian laws में illegal है. We have to really understand. We get so defensive and we are so apologetic about it. Please know, dog को मारना illegal है. I always give one example for it कि आपके घर में अगर कोई चोर घुस आता है तो भी आपको उसको मार डालने की इजाजत नहीं है, और अगर आप मारते हैं तो आपके ऊपर 302 का मुकदमा चलेगा. सो बिकॉज इंसान को मारना लॉ में इलीगल है. सिमिलरली डॉग को मारना इलीगल है. अगर डॉग ने बाइट किया है, देयर इज अ डिपार्टमेंट, म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन, यू एडवाइज देम, आप जाइए म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन में शिकायत करिए. म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन विल टेक केयर ऑफ इट. एंड व्हाट कैन म्यूनिसिपल कॉर्पोरेशन डू? इट विल कम, ऑल इट कैन डू इज take the dog for a veterinary examination to see अगर उसको कोई तकलीफ या परेशानी या internal tumor, कुछ दर्द तकलीफ तो नहीं है जिसकी वजह से वो बाइट कर रहे हैं, या उसको sterilize करवा सकते हैं. That is all that a municipal corporation can do. You cannot at any cost kill a dog for whatsoever reason. It is not a leopard or a tiger जो कि आपके सीधे गले में एक ही बार में आपको मार डालेगा. So you can't even say self defense में हमने dog को मार दिया. So there is no excuse, absolutely no excuse for killing a dog. And do not tolerate it. अगर कुत्ते ने काटा है तो आप, अगर वो किसी लॉ का वायलेशन है तो आप उनसे कहिए आप भी जाइए फाइल करवा दीजिए. बट फिलहाल जो आपने वायलेशन किया है उसका तो हम फाइल करेंगे. Please file an FIR for it.
Yeah, can I ask a quick question, please?
Okay,
just
please go ahead.
I want ma'am to throw some light on the case which took in April, the killing of a pregnant dog. April, Justice for April, which was also trending in the hashtag, but no action was taken so firmly in it. So can you throw some light on it?
See, एक particular case को discuss करना I think will not be fair. What I can tell you is that if you take action, जो हम लोगों ने बताया है, आप whenever any incident is happening, any killing is happening, जितना केस आप strongly build करोगे उतना कड़ा एक्शन होगा. आपके पास evidences as in आप वीडियो रिकॉर्ड जरूर करो, 112 को बुलाओ, ATR फाइल होगी, आप FIR फाइल करो. There is no question कि एक्शन नहीं होगा. And if we are expecting an arrest as action, that, let me tell you, is a very difficult thing, very very difficult thing, because there's you cannot under normal circumstances किसी भी offense की सजा अगर 7 साल से कम की है तो उसमें अरेस्ट नहीं होती, वो नोटिस भेजते हैं as per CRPC. But repeat offense में, जैसा मैंने कहा, there are certain exceptions. 2010 amendment of CRPC section 41, इसमें अगर आप बार बार कोई offense कर रहा है, उसको गिरफ्तार किया जा सकता है। अगर कोई कंप्लेनेंट को या विटनेस को हरास या इंटिमिडेट कर रहा है तो अरेस्ट किया जा सकता है। अगर कोई एविडेंसेस डिस्ट्रॉय कर रहा है, लाइक रिमूविंग द बॉडी इज आल्सो डिस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ एविडेंस, अगर एविडेंस डिस्ट्रॉय कर रहा है तो भी अरेस्ट किया जा सकता है। तो वी एक्चुअली हैव टू वर्क विद अदर लॉज, उसमें हम लोग को कुछ और लॉज ऐड करनी पड़ती है, जैसे 503, 506 जैसा भी केस होता है, बाकी के लॉज के मदद से, और बाय बिल्डिंग अप योर केस वेरी स्ट्रांगली राइट फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग, that's how you can get justice, whether it is April or anyone. It is, the onus is on us. We have to work harder to get them justice.
So
Okay,
killing of a dog or any animal cannot lead to arrest. Like, then what is the fun of making rules and regulation? Then we should do this and we should not. Like, no arrest has been done.
Let me tell you. Yes, because the rules are such, that is why नहीं हो सकता. But मैंने आपको ये भी बताया कि ये exceptions हैं. जो ये order है 7 साल से कम सजा वाला, इसमें ये exceptions है. आप इनको use करके 99% of the cases में जो एनिमल को मारता है, आप देखेंगे वो हमेशा से एनिमल को मारता आया है. The only reason why we cannot prove it that he is a repeat offender is because हमने last time FIR नहीं करी थी. So it's not so much of the as fault of the rules and laws as it is of us, क्योंकि हमने नहीं फाइल करी, हम repeat offense नहीं दिखा पा रहे हैं, right? So जो पीछे हो गया उसको छोड़ दें. But from now, make it a point whenever there is a violation, please file an FIR. That is only when we will be able to help animals.
Okay, before that, I would like to apprise you all that we will be coming up with a series of webinars. This was just part 1 in which we had to discuss about government assistance. There will be many series which will cover up, awareness, counseling, education, laws, filing a complaint, and working with the community, first aid. Those many issues will also be covered up. Right now, I would
RWAs and all.
I would like to thank you Kamna, for this assistance. Thank you so much. You have been truly amazing. Truly amazing.
In fact, Sonali, I must thank you guys. I must thank FIAPO, because this is something that we are on repeat mode. Calls aati hain, same questions hote hain, one after the other. So it really makes sense to reach out. I think I love this concept of reaching out to so many people and being able to solve their queries. I just wish we had a little more time to address more questions.
All, see you. Thank you.
Be empowered and
Thank you.
fight for animals.
Thank
Yes.
you.